Hello folks, this is Vincent again. It's the Radical Man again coming to you from his apartment in Riverhead, New York. What is the purpose of this video? To make sure that the people, hold on. Okay, I took care of what I needed to take care of, with the exception of leaving my picker-upper right there on the perfect trainer. In fact, I think, even though it's going, I'm going to take it off. It's really bad. Okay, here we go. I used to use this picker-upper many years ago when I was doing community service, even when I was living in a guy's house, or you could say an outhouse of the vet's place. And I was actually taken back when I found out that the vet's place over in Yaphank has been closed. And I said, wow. I don't know why. They were doing a good job. They were doing good work with the veterans there. And I am living proof that they were, because I am now, obviously for the last 10 years, living in an apartment in Riverhead, New York. So, and I even found out not many years ago that there's another guy that used to be the supervisor of a house in Bellport that he didn't really live that far away, and he's living here too. Maybe they got the idea, maybe he got wind that he somehow knew that the outer houses were going to be sold, because the outer houses belonged to the vet's place in Yaphank. Yaphank was sold. I don't know who bought it. I have no idea. But how about if I tell you this? Now this is really, it just might even send shivers down your spine. How would you feel? And I mean it. How would you feel if I told you that buying the vet's place would be absolutely unbelievable? It really would be. That means, that they have a lake right on the road, right across the street from, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to check this out. You give me a minute. Yes, I'm back from the pause, and just like I told you, I was going to go and find out, especially on Zillow.com. It's a real estate website, and they always have, when you're looking for a house, they have what is called Street View. Now, I typed in there 32 Mill Road in Yaphank, New York, because that is the address where I used to live. And let me tell you, I don't miss a lot of stuff that was going on over at Mill Road, over at Vet's place. I really don't miss it. But I'm going to tell you what I do miss. I am looking at the scene, or you could say I'm looking at a photo of, not really a photo, but on Street View. I'm looking at the lake that is right across the street from a deli that was a few yards away from the vet's place. I really wish I could show you, but I can't. It don't matter, because this is the kind of place that I like looking at when I go on Street View and I look at some sites that I missed when I used to be at Vet's place. I found out how much it would take to buy out Vet's place. It is over $1,800,000. Now, is that a lot? If you want to call it a lot because you're right, Vet's place used to be a motel. Yeah, that's right, a motel where you have single rooms with one bed, maybe two beds, but they definitely have their own. They have their own bathroom. Let me qualify that. The bathrooms do not have a bath. They don't have a bathtub. What they do have is a shower. I have used the shower many times and have done my laundry in the bathroom, just like I'm doing here in my own apartment in Riverhead. And it's a lot better than going down to the laundromat to find out if the laundry is being used by so many tenants in this place. Don't want to do that. So I figured, what's the best way to do laundry? In your own apartment. You know where I got that from? I got that from watching a scene from Staying Alive. And what do you think Tony Manero was doing? He was washing his clothes in the shower. Oh, goodness sakes. Thanks a lot, John Travolta. Anyway, that being, it's really not bad. If you're going to, actually the lake it's not across the street from the deli. I don't really know wait a minute. It is across the street from the deli. So I'm looking at it, and I said, wow, look at that. It is across the street from the deli. But you would have to walk over the fence that is right off the street. But really, I'm going to take the street view around, and I'm going to go right down the street where the vet's place is, and actually still is. I'm telling you that it really is a nice place. It really is. It's a great place to be. Don't really know. Maybe I should count and say, God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rooms. 11 rooms, and they have the room upstairs where it used to be the house manager's room. That's where it was. But like I told you, that is just an idea of why I would want to I would want to buy out the vet's place in Yaphank. But it's not, that idea is really not etched in stone in my mind, because there is a house that I want to, very interested in buying in West Islip, only a few miles away from where my mother used to live, from where we used to live, the original family, in the house in West Islip on Southside Avenue. We had many times in that place. We did many times. Now you might be asking, well, how would you get the money to buy a hotel or whatever? And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you how. And make sure you remember this. I've told you this many times. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Let me bring it a little bit closer to you in the frame. Check it out. You see that? It's out the organics. You see that, people? Want to make sure it's square enough. That's it. That is the place. That is the company that we want to get the word out on. And it's a really great place. Really, really great place. I'm going to obviously going to put this on Rumble, and I'm going to put it on YouTube, and I'm going to put it on TikTok. That's right, that's where I'm going to put it. That's going to be enough. Well, actually, that's not going to be enough with this video. The biggest thing that I want everybody to understand is you moron Democrat voters, idiots, anti-American, you boneheads are being paid. How much are being paid? $1,000? Maybe $500? Is that all you're being paid by George Soros? Is that all? Is that all you are worth? If that's the case, I will tell you that you are totally worthless. All these idiot protests going on, trying to attack ICE agents. I tell you what, we really should expect it. We should expect it. And why? Because we already knew that we would be subject to violent protesters. That's what they are, violent. You're going to tell me you're peaceful? Yeah, right. You are as peaceful, if Buddha was a friend of Jesus Christ, then you could say they are protesters. They are peaceful.